Hi, my name's Lisa and I live in this tiny 1969 vintage caravan, traveling all around the place and doing a little bit of saxophone busking on the side for a bit of extra income. This week, both my saxophone and I had to spend some time getting some work done on ourselves as I had my post 2-year carnivore checkups with the doctors and all the tests and everything, and my saxophone went in for a service. On my way to go pick up my saxophone from the saxophone repair place where it had a service, because I didn't actually tell you, but I accidentally dropped it when I was playing at the Rockley markets. I put it onto its stand and it fell off, and I couldn't see any visible signs of damage, but when I played it next time it was not sounding good, and I was having trouble getting the low notes. It was squeaking on the high notes. Yeah, something wasn't right. So, and it was due for a service anyway. It's supposed to get serviced every year or so, and it's been a couple of years. So I took it in to the guy, and he could see straight away that yes, I had actually dinged it and damaged it in a couple of places, but not in a big way. So he's just given me a call and said that it's ready. And as I was driving down yesterday when I dropped it off, I'd noticed this beautiful place, and I thought, I've never stopped here. Ewan Maddock Dam, and it's got these really low, can you see the waterways? Like, I'm actually walking on these like really low kind of waterway bridges. It's really quite pretty and foresty, and I was just feeling a little, like I need a little bit of forest time, so it's really quite nice. And Pixie really enjoys a walk. This week I've had my CAC score, my coronary arterial calcium, which is a measurement for how much plaque is developing in my coronary arteries. It's a really good indicator of potential heart disease, and I had one done just at the start of carnivore diet, like really good doctor, clever enough to give me a baseline, and it was 0 at the time, which is pretty good. And it's been 2 years of high fat carnivore with excessive cholesterol levels through the roof. 12.8 cholesterol test was, which is equivalent to 495 in the American measurement system, so pretty sky high. But I do qualify for all other metabolic measurements for what they call a lean mass hyperresponder. So excessively high cholesterol, low body weight. If everything else is semi-normal except your cholesterol, the theory was that you weren't necessarily at higher risk for heart disease. Are lean mass hyperresponders necessarily immune from potential coronary risks? The fact that I've had my CAC before starting carnivore, and then exactly 2 years later, and it having maintained a level of 0, is really good. I was worried that maybe the carnivore diet would have actually increased mine from 0, so that's pretty good. The other thing I've had done this week is this is all 2-year post-carnivore update. My bone density test. I had been diagnosed with osteoporosis, very bad bone density I was told last time that my hips had the bone density of a 76-year-old, which is at 54 was not encouraging news. Good news on that, and like I said, I've been taking my boron and eating dairy and yogurt and lactose-free things like cream cheese and lots of butter and ghee and stuff like that. I've been keeping the dairy up, trying to get as much exercise and walking as possible, jumping on my rebound, and now rock climbing, whatever, And the good news is, even though it's very difficult to do, I have actually increased my bone density in my hips by 6%. Which the doctor was pretty impressed with. He was like, that's pretty unusual. The downside is that my bone density in my forearm has actually gotten worse. My lumbar spine, yeah, my spine has struggled a little bit. It has deteriorated a little bit more as well, but I'm going to take the hip one as a win, because that's what they worry about, hip fractures, right? And the fact that that has actually increased and is now not considered osteoporosis. It's gone back up into osteopenia. So, oh, look at this. I'm going to flip this around because we've just come to a beautiful spot. And this is the actual dam itself, Medic Dam. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Oh, wow. That is just lovely. What do you think of that, Pixie? What a good place to launch a kayak. I wonder if you're allowed. Oh, there seems to be some kind of pipe along there. I wouldn't go in there if I were you, Pixie. That is so beautiful. Alright. Oh, really happy with that. We'll keep walking back up the path. Hopefully I can remember the way home. You remember, won't you, Pixie? You're good like that. Okay, there's little picnic spots, little picnic tables. Really nice little spot. What a find. Hey? Nice little spot. Oh, in the bushery. In the Aussie bush. It's so nice. That's one good thing about having a assistance dog. I'm notoriously bad at getting lost and not being able to find my car, especially in shopping centres and things like that. But Pixie is trained to find the car and retrace our steps, and that's exactly what she's going to do. The thing I wanted to show you is my awesome grounding earthing shoes. Stephen Burns, who has the he's like a geophysicist that tells you all about the sun and space weather and all that good stuff. He's a very big promoter of grounding and earthing, and he sent me these gorgeous grounding shoes. How cool are they? And they've even got like a copper plug in the bottom of them. So even when I'm out in the bush walking around, not quite as good as barefoot. I do go barefoot as often as I can, but when I'm not barefoot, I'm wearing my earthing shoes, and I wear them when I'm busking as well, and I honestly feel like they've made a huge difference. I feel very connected to the earth, which with all these solar flares and things happening at the moment, it's very important to keep your connection to the earth with grounding as much as possible. I'm a firm believer in the healing benefits of grounding. I especially noticed it when my rheumatoid arthritis was really bad. When it was really painful, I would take my shoes off, lay on the grass and walk barefoot, and the pain would subside. So it definitely makes a difference. So yeah, I'll put the link in the description if you're interested in buying a pair of these beautiful all leather and leather sole earthing shoes.